USC athletics, the Peach Belt Conference, and the positive game environment that is the NCAA Division II. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of South Carolina at Aiken for tonight's Peach Belt Conference volleyball match featuring the visiting Flagler Saints and your USC Pacers. And we have a few festivities before we start the match, and at this time we'd like to take a minute to honor the 2016 NCAA Southeast Region champion USC Pacers. The team finished 31-5 last year and made the Elite Eight for the first time in school history. When we call your name, we ask you to please go get your Southeastern Region championship rings. Now with us tonight are number 1, Chelsea Watts, and number 3, Taylor Stratton. Number 5, Avery Macklin. Daniel Mercer. Number 8, Alicia Hines. Number 9, Lauren Howard. Number 11, Juliana Hookwater. Now with us tonight, number 12, Amber Henry. Number 13, Christine Carroll. Number 15, Brittany Faulkner. Number 16, Kelsey Sperlin. Number 18, Julia Forster. Number 20, Sean Hudson. Number 21, Cassie Johansson. Number 23, Emily Tila. Number 33, Okane Alago. Number 8, Rebecca Martinez. The assistant coaches, Chip Herring and Ali Savara, and the head coach, Glenn Cox. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick moment and a round of applause for the Southeast Region NCAA Region Championship team, the USC Pacers. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our senior day festivities, we'd like to honor the 2 Flagler seniors here tonight, Sarah Davis and Tanisha Ballmer. Both have had outstanding careers at Flagler. Coach Cox knows it's been a pleasure to see them play the past 4 years, but selfishly, he's glad to see them graduate. And now we'd like to take time in a few minutes to honor our 4 seniors and their contributions to the USC volleyball program. The 4 have helped USC to new heights over their careers. They've guided the Pacers to 100 wins during their time with the team. The student athletes have helped the program become a force in the region and nationally. They have guided the squad to 3 straight NCAA tournament berths and a pair of PBC championships. Last year, they guided the team to the Elite Eight, becoming the only 3rd PBC school to ever reach that mark, etching their names in school history as the first women's program to make the Elite Eight. They have led the program to back-to-back #1 seeds in the NCAA Southeast region and have guided the team to a 21-2 record so far this season. And our first senior is number 8, Alicia Hines. Alicia Hines has had a solid career for USC Aiken. A middle blocker from Rossville, Georgia, Alicia is being escorted by Len initially Hines. As a freshman, Alicia averaged 1.6 kills per set and notched 38 blocks in 57 sets. While playing 108 sets as a sophomore, she upped her kills per set to 1.9, totaling Believe it or not, when Alicia Hines first stepped foot on campus, some of us actually thought she was a shy and quiet freshman. After I figured out I was saying her name wrong for too long, it was a pleasant surprise to see the shy and quiet freshman blossom into one of the most amazing spark plugs of energy and personality the team could ever dream for. Alicia is a true student athlete. On campus, Alicia serves as Chancellor's Ambassador, is a member of the University Judicial Board, and was awarded the Sociology Department Scholarship. Aiken Sunrise Rotary Student of the Month, and has maintained a 3.8 grade point average while being on the floor. Everyone in Aiken County knows when Alicia steps on the floor, as she has established herself as one of the best and loudest middles in the league. Her leadership, work ethic, and passion on and off the floor will surely be missed. Alicia will forever be remembered as the creator of one of the most popular hashtags in the history of social media. Her passion for everything she takes on her life will serve her well in the future. The many battles she has won on the court will surely carry over to the actual courtroom after she finishes law school. Ladies and gentlemen, Alicia Hines! Lauren Howard has been a consistent career for USC Aiken. A center from Aiken, South Carolina, she's been escorted by Bill and Lisa Howard and her sisters, and her sister Brayden, and her brothers Will and Brett. As a freshman, Lauren hit .444 and had 25 assists in 9 sets. She also posted 10 digs. During her sophomore campaign, she saw time in 20 matches, totaling 49 sets. She accounted for 187 assists to go along with 5 aces. Lauren also chimed in with 1.16 digs per frame. Last year, she tallied 7.3 assists per frame, and in 3 straight matches, she registered career high efforts and assists, with the first being 36 assists in the win over Queens. She bested with 46 assists and 14 digs in the win over Lenore Ryan before totaling 48 assists against Colgate. This year, Lauren has posted a season-best 17 assists in the win over Livingstone. She accounted for a season-high 16 assists and a set of action in a victory over Payne, and she notched her season-best 6 digs against the Blue Bears and rattled off a season-high 3 aces against the Lions, and she will graduate with a degree in marketing. Coach Cox knows Lauren Howard embodies what it means to be a student athlete and truly burns the current that candle from both ends. On campus, Lauren is the Beta Sigma Gamma president, a member of the Student Advisory Board, president for the School of Business, a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success, and a member of the Aiken Downtown Development Association. She has led the team in grade point average for the past 3 years and is a 6-time Dean's List member. Having the benefit of Lauren being from Aiken, I remember watching her develop as a player in person in South Aiken, throughout the club, and at summer camps. We knew that her positive energy, her smile, and her work ethic were something our program desperately needed. I can honestly say there's not a day that Lauren hasn't come to work for this program, and I've actually had to make her stay at home when she's been sick. Lauren quite simply makes everyone around her better, both as players and as people. And most folks don't know, but Lauren was one of the key reasons that we made the Elite Eight last year. Without the key region wins last season at the Queen's Tournament, where Lauren set up 5-1 pretty much the whole weekend, there was no way we would have been able to be the #1 seed in most of the regions. Lauren will surely be missed. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Howard! Julia Forster has been a solid performer during her career at USC Aiken. An outside hitter from Long Island, New York, Julia is being escorted by her parents Bill and Abby and her grandparents William and Gail. As a freshman, she saw time in 24 matches, tallying 1.7 kills per frame. She posted 5 kills and 5 digs in the sweep at number 15 Armstrong State. During her sophomore season, she accounted for 2.25 kills per set while hitting 205, and as a junior, Julia was second on the team with 501 points. She averaged 3.4 kills per frame, which was 5th best in the PBC. Her 457 kills were the 7th most in a single season in school history. A second-team all-conference selection, Julia was named Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week on November 1st and was an all-academic team selection. This year, Julia earned PBC Player of the Week on October 3rd after registering back-to-back double-double efforts in wins over She has reached double figures in kills 14 times this season, including a season best 17 and wins over North Alabama and Francis Marion. Julie accounted for a season high 19 digs in the victory over Anderson, and on October 13th, her 1,000th career kill came with the victory over Morris Hill. She is 10th on the career kills list in school history and will graduate with a degree in nursing. Coach Cox notes the following. I remember when we first got to meet Julia and had her down for camp. She was so young, ridiculously tall, talented, and full of potential. When she committed, we gained one of the most amazing, hardworking outside hitters in the program's history. It has been great to see Julia develop into a multi-dimensional outside hitter with a complete game. Watching her maturity both as a player and a person has been an amazing journey. I'm so proud of the way her and her partner in crime, Emily, took on leadership roles as captains and have truly helped guide this team to where it is today. Julia can be found power napping on the floor in the locker room, trying to recover from balancing the rigors of nursing school and volleyball, but somehow always comes to practice with a positive attitude. We will truly miss her intensity on the court. Stories of her fiery gestures and words of wisdom will be told for years to come. And with over 1,000 confirmed kills, I'm sure she will have a promising career in the nursing world. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Forster! Our last senior tonight is Emily Thielen. Emily has been a solid performer during her time at USC Aiken. A native of Aiken, South Carolina, Emily is being escorted by her parents, Larry and Caroline, her sister Olivia, her brother Christopher, and her fiancé, Preston. After transferring to in prior to her sophomore season, Emily garnered PBC Alternate Team Honors as a sophomore. She dished out 1,075 assists on the year, which is the 9th most in school history. As a junior, Emily led the PBC with 1,401 assists and notched 11.4 assists per set. Her 1,401 assists are 5th on the single season list and marked the most during the rally scoring era in school history. Emily was selected to the NCAA Southeast Region Alternate Team, was an ABCA and D2CCA First Team All-Region honoree, and was the PBC Specialist of the Year. Emily became the first student athlete ever to be named PBC Specialist of the Week 5 consecutive times. She also picked up all academic team honors. This year, Emily garnered a pair of PBC Specialist of the Week accolades. She distributed a season-high 56 assists in the win over Tusculum. On 8 occasions, Emily has dished out at least 40 assists this season and has accounted for 10 double-double efforts on the year. Lauren was logical, smart, and calculated as usual and committed right out of high school. Emily, on the other hand, was stubborn as usual and chose to pass up Barton on the initial offer and pursued the D1 train at Winthrop. I remember telling her I wish you the best, but if you don't like it, you know who to call, and it's not the Ghostbusters. It was a very good day when I got that call from her asking if I still had a spot for a setter, and the rest is history. Emily quite simply makes all the tough plays and sets look easy. She has developed into an amazing captain for the program and has set the standard for all future Pacer setters. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Thielen! Ladies and gentlemen, all these seniors and their families will always be a part of the Pacer volleyball family, and we will surely miss them all. And we want to thank them for not only what they've done for the volleyball program, but also for USC and the community in general. Ladies and gentlemen, the USC and seniors. Clearwater. Number 5, Brittany French. Number 6, Brent Bonner. Number 7, Allie Smith. Number 8, Alicia Hines. Number 9, Lauren Howard. Number 11, Natalie Perrault. Number 13, Christine Carroll. Number 16, Kelsey Sperling. Number 18, Julia Forster. Number 20, Juliette Narone. Number 21, Avery Macklin. Number 23, Emily Tila. Number 33, Okane Amago. And in the effervescent Libero jersey, number 88, Rebecca Martinez. The head coach of the Pacers, Mike Cox. The assistant coaches, Chip Herring and Ellie Savara. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise as we honor America and those who defend our freedom both at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What an evening it is. It is senior night. It is rivalry night. It is USC Aiken, number 1 in the Peach Belt Conference, versus Flagler, number 2 in the Peach Belt Conference.
Man, what a game we have got for you folks tonight. I hope everybody watching at home is ready for possibly the greatest match of volleyball they have ever seen. These two teams are absolutely electric. Both of these teams are on fire, and both of these teams are looking to prove something against the other one. This is going to be a huge match. This is going to be a fun match. I cannot wait for this one. This is one I've had circled on my calendar all season long, as I'm sure you have as well.
I have indeed. That's Jordan Phillips. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us for this game. Along with it being rivalry night, it is also senior night. The seniors were honored in a pregame ceremony, which we will have uploaded onto Pacersports.com shortly. And also, it was the ring ceremony. For the defending Southeast Region champion USC Aiken Pacers, they received their rings. Kind of a little bit of boasting going on in front of a team that very well could have taken the region themselves and very well could take the region this year. As we said, both teams are playing phenomenal volleyball. Pacers come into the match at a 21-2 record, 14-0 at home, 4-1 away, 3-1 neutral, and 7-0 in the conference. Flagler, 15-3 overall, 7-2 at home, 4-1 away, and a 5-1 conference record. Conference implications on the line, tournament implications on the line. Flagler will serve it to start, and we are underway. Telon sets it on up for Allie Smith, who puts it over, but it is dug on out by Tasia Valmer. Set, the attack from Flagler, and Flagler draws first blood, and it will be a kill for Carly Redfern to start things off.
And that's how this match is going to go. It's going to be a long, grueling battle between two teams that are just absolutely phenomenal.
Yep, Kayla Norelli, the libero, back to serve again. Serve on its way. Natalie Perrault receives it. Teal unable to keep it on her side. Carroll looking for the corner, and Carroll punches it over for the kill to tie it up. Avery Macklin comes on. Natalie Perrault comes off. Emily Teal back to serve for the Pacers. Serve on its way. Picked up by Redfern. Set up. Redfern now on the attack off the blockers. Martinez gets the dig there. Telon sets it on up for Carroll. Off the blockers and down. And that is a good block for Flagler to retake the lead and take back the serve.
Oh, yeah, it's a great block, and that's something you can expect from this team all night long. They are a tall team. That's Sarah Davis, number 7, 6'2", alongside, I believe, Redfern as well. Redfern also pretty tall in her own right, 5'10", so.
Ellie Smith on the attack, dug out, but it can't be saved. Good dig from Rachel Parada, but nobody was there to pick it up as it just skewered off to the side. So Allie Smith will take the serve now for the Pacers. Comes into the match leading in kills with 243, 2 ahead of Julia Forster's 241. And she's only a freshman. Ooh, almost a service ace there, but it's dug on out by Valmer, tipped on over. Forster receives it. Telon sets it on up for Julia Forster, goes off the blockers. Valmer again there to get it. Tipped. Allie Smith able to get the dig. Set up, attack from Macklin off the blockers, and that's a kill for Avery Macklin.
Excellent kill by Macklin, powering it through the defense. One player to watch tonight is Tasia Valmer. She is an excellent two-way player, leads the team of the Saints with 246 kills and 179 digs.
And a service ace for Allie Smith. As we were reading off those stats, I was thinking we were going to see a couple of those from her. She's just a great all-around player, speaking of which.
Speaking of excellent two-way players, Allie Smith is an excellent one in her own right as a freshman.
Set up at the net. There's the attack. Dug on out by Telon. Now Martinez with the bump set. Julia Forster on the attack, and that's going to be a kill for Julia Forster.
That one was explosive from Forster. That one came down hard.
Solid kill if I've ever seen one. Allie Smith looking for that short serve. Somehow Flagler able to corral it and keep it going. I think it was luck that got it there, but that's all that counts. Or matters, I should say. But Julia Forster putting another kill up there, adding to her kill count.
And this is what the Pacers are going to want to have. They're going to have to do this if they want to win this match. They're going to have to build on these leads. They're not going to let this one be close. They got to build on it.
You can't let up at all. You're right. Flagler on the attack now blocked, and Telon picks it up. Now it's a bump set from Martinez. Avery Macklin off the blockers. Pacers just reacting to it. Set on up. Forster puts it into the net. And Flagler finally halts this Pacer run.
Yeah, that one just off of Forster's hands incorrectly. Didn't want that to happen, obviously, but it just did not come off her hands the way she would have liked for it to.
And Carly Redfern serving it up. Martinez receives the serve. Emily Telon sets it for Christine Carroll, who just taps it on over. Bumped into the air onto the dig, set on up. The attack from Redford, Pacers able to find it. Martinez bump sets it. Julia Forster tips attack. Kept alive by Valmer, set on up by Savitsky, sent back on over to the Pacer end. Telon with the set for Avery Macklin off the blockers, and it's down for the kill. And Bryn Bonner comes on out for the serve, one of her specialties. Sends it on over, picked on up by Irwin. Sent over to the Pacers side. Forster, looking for a quick campfire kill. Not going to happen. But it's sent back over to the Pacer end off the top of the net. Avery Macklin on the attack, looking for the back corner. It's going to be dug on out before it gets there. Here's the attack from Tasia Valmer. Good dig there by Allie Smith. Emily Telon with the set for Julia Forster. Good dig there by Flagler, keeping it alive. Bump set, sent on over with an overpass. Allie Smith there for it. Emily Telon sets it up for Avery Macklin, and Macklin just taps it through the blockers into the open space for the kill.
Yeah, Macklin found a giant hole right there in the Flagler defense and dropped it right there. No fancy nothing, just put it right there.
Froze them up, and that's going to cause a timeout from the Flagler side of the court. It's 8-3, Pacers leading here in set number 1. And we are back. USC Aiken Athletics sponsored by the South Carolina Education Lottery. Remember, with the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance.
Might go take myself a chance later on tonight.
I wouldn't say no to doing that to myself, except I have no cash.
I see that's the problem. I never have cash.
Bryn Bonner still on the serve, sends it on over, dug on out. Set on up by Savitsky. The attack off the blockers, tap back over by Forrester. Good reaction time. Norelli with the bump set. Ooh, Emily Thielon getting a great dig there to save the point. Here's the attack. Allie Smith manages to get it off the block. Avery Macklin back on the attack, looking for the back corner, and it's going to go off the hands of Norelli, and it will be a kill for Avery Macklin.
Well, the Pacers, I can't argue that they might have gotten off to the best possible start that they could have had to this set. I mean, they're just absolutely doing everything right now.
Set the tone early and hope it rides on out. Good serve from Bonner, picked up by Irwin. Set, Valmer on the attack, off the blockers and out, and that's a point for Flagler. Sarah Davis back to serve now, one of the two seniors that were honored in the ceremony today from Flagler. It was nice to see Coach Cox and the volleyball team honoring their opponent's seniors.
Definitely was. It was an excellent move. Good hosting job by Coach Cox and the Pacers.
Alicia Hines puts the attack on over. Bump set from Valmer. Tipped on over. Rebecca Martinez right there. Thielon sets up for Alicia Hines, and that's going to go all the way into the crowd on the dig, and it is a kill for Alicia Hines.
Another excellent job by the senior Hines. She's been an awesome member of this team this season. She's doing great things, as I predicted she would at the start of the season.
Yeah, she doesn't play all the points, but the one she does, she makes them count. Serve on its way, and it's going to sail out. I believe that was that Allie Smith who served out? Oh, it was, okay. Tara Savitsky back to serve for Flagler. 10-5, USC Aiken with the lead. Savitsky's serve on its way. Martinez receives it. Set from Thielon. Forrester tips attack. Dug on out, kept alive with the bump, and sent on over by Valmer. Peralt able to get it on the dig. Thielon with the bump set of her own. The attack on its way from Allie Smith, but it's dug on out. Set by Norelli. The attack on its way. Pacers able to dig it up. Thielon with the set now for Julia Forster. Off the blockers, kept alive, but it's going to sail out, and it will be a point for Flagler.
These two teams, again, just so competitive, so talented, both squads. I mean, this is already living up to the hype that we had coming in.
Savitsky again to serve. Pacers pick it up. Ooh, Thielon looking for that campfire, almost got it. Sent on over to the Pacers side. They're able to keep it alive by luck. Martinez sends it over. Norelli receives it. Set, attack off the top of the net and out. And it's a point for the Pacers. Nobody touched it.
It came close a couple times, but luckily for the Pacers, that one ran out untouched.
And Kayla Duggan comes back out. Julia Forrester goes back in. And Duggan will serve. Serve on its way. Received by Redfern. Set up at the net. The attack off the blockers. Hines taps it back over. Again to the Pacers side. Somehow still alive. Valmer puts a stop to that one, though. Puts it into the back for the kill.
Duggan tried to get back in the way of that one, but she was already going to have to make an awkward play on that one. She almost had no chance, and Valmer just smoked that one into the back.
Pacers were just lucky to keep the point alive for as long as they did there. And now Valmer will serve. On its way. Thielon with the set. Alicia Hines puts it on over. Norelli with the set. Tasia Valmer on the attack now. And that one's going to hit the line. And it's a kill for Tasia Valmer.
Yeah, the Pacers thought that one was going out, but it stopped just short of the line.
I don't think you can count on Valmer to make too many mistakes.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
Thielon with the setup for Allie Smith through the blockers, and Valmer can't catch it on the redirect. And that's a kill for Allie Smith and the Pacers. Rebecca Martinez to serve now for USC Aiken, 12-8. Serve on its way. Norelli receives it. Bump set, and an overpass on its way from Taylor, but it sails out, and it's a point for the Pacers.
And the Pacers rebuilding that lead now, and they'll look to just continue, just keep their foot on the gas, and to make this lead a little bit insurmountable if there is such a lead for the Saints.
That's true. Looking for that service ace, not going to happen as it's bumped back on over. Peralta had a tough time handling it. Telon sends it over, but Valmer able to pick it up. Attack on its way, and it's going to beat the blockers of Carroll and Telon, and it's a kill for Carly Redfern.
Yeah, Redfern just punched that one right through. Excellent kill by Redfern.
And Telon almost caught him sleeping over there, actually jumping up and looking for a conventional kill.
Yeah, but again, Valmer just so good on both sides of the ball, snuffed that one out before it had a chance to get to the ground.
And Kayla Norelli serves. Duggan receives. Telon with the setup for Christine Carroll. And it sails out. Point Flagler.
Yeah, I thought that one might have made contact with some blockers, but the line judges have better views than we do.
And the serve again from Norelli. Duggan again receives. Set up from Telon. The attack by Allie Smith, and that's going to beat Tasia Valmer. Allie Smith looking at the senior and says, come at me.
Yeah, Valmer just lucky to get underneath that one.
So that sends Emily Telon to the service line for the Pacers. 14-10. Still anybody's game here in set number 1. Valmer receives the serve. Savitsky with the set. The attack goes off the antenna, and that's a point for the Pacers.
And that's another rare mistake, that time by Sarah Davis. She's pretty accurate in her own right, but unfortunately that time for her, hitting that one off the antenna. Yeah, Davis, a 4.05 hitter coming into this match.
Ooh, almost a service ace. Norelli managed to get under it in time. Valmer will send it on over. Dug out by the Pacers. Telon sets it up for Christine Carroll, and she can't beat the blockers. Sarah Davis and Carly Redfern come up with the block.
And speaking of accurate, Sarah Davis put that one down on a string. That was pinpoint by Sarah Davis.
That was beautiful. Rachel Parada serves. Duggan receives. Telon with the set. Allie Smith on the attack. Blockers right there, but there's Martinez to dig it out. Sent back over by Kayla Duggan and just misses the corner. That's out for a Flagler point.
And Flagler creeping their way back. The Pacers got to tighten things up on the defensive side of things and get the lead back on their side.
Parada's serve on its way. Duggan receives. Telon with the set. Christine Carroll attacks. Tasia Valmer right there for it, however. Set on up at the net. The attack by Redfern. Popped high into the air onto the dig. Telon set up for Allie Smith. And, ooh, a nice dig there from Redfern. Keeps the point alive. Tasia Valmer on the attack. Martinez digs it. Macklin keeps it alive. Over from Telon, but it's out. And it's another point for the Saints.
That could have been beautiful. And Avery Macklin almost had the assist on that play. That was good defensive awareness by her to get that one up in the air. I didn't think she had a chance on it, but she did a good job.
And the Pacer lead cut down to 2, 15-13. Parada still serving. Off the top of the net. Allie Smith was right there. Telon set up for Macklin. Good dig by Norelli. Keeps the point alive. Redfern on the attack. Off the blockers and down. Nobody there to pick it up in the corner. And Flagler's within 1.
Yeah, just like that, the Flagler Saints have battled back, and we got a timeout taken by Coach Cox.
And before we head to the break, we'd like to thank the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique. If you're in the market for a house in the Aiken area, contact Mike Stake at the Concierge Team. The score is 15-14. USC Aiken leading Flagler by 1 here in the first set. They were leading by 5 at one point, but Flagler fighting their way back into things. Parada still there to serve for the Saints. Trying to tie this game up. Allie Smith receives the serve. Telon with the set. Allie Smith now on the attack. Dig from Redfern. Set on up by Savitsky, sent on over. High into the air, Savitsky again with the set. Attack from Redfern, Emily Thielon there. Martinez bump sets it. Avery Macklin on the attack, and that's gonna hit the line. Great kill from Avery Macklin.
Wow, that was incredible. What a job by Avery Macklin. I did not expect that. I figured she was just gonna go for a light overpass, but she just drilled that one right on the line over by our scorer's table. That was an excellent job by Macklin.
Allie Smith now to serve after the great kill. Hopefully a confidence booster. Setting it up. The attack. Oh, man, great dig from Martinez, but it's going to end up out. That attack there from Redfern was earmarked for pain.
Yeah, that one was smoked by Redfern for sure. Good job by Martinez to try and make the play, though.
Serve on its way. Forster receives it. Thielon with the set. Avery Macklin attacks, and that's going to hit just outside the line, and Flagler has tied things up at 16.
And the match so far has been just as we promised. It has been exciting, back and forth, both teams seeming to be having the momentum on their side at different points, and that'll switch it back to the Pacers' side.
Yeah, Redfern's serve sails out, and the Pacers get the point again. And we predicted this game would be over in 4 sets. However, we also said that it would be 2-point differentials in each set.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one all the way for sure.
Flagler had trouble corralling Bonner's serve, but they send it on over. Set from Emily Thielon. Forster just tips it on in. Irwin gets it. Set for Valmer. Off the blockers, and that's going to be a point for the Pacers.
And that was excellent defense from Hines and Macklin, just going up, making themselves big, and stuffing that one into the mouth of the defense. Excellent job.
They will get credited with the block as Bonner serves it up again. Set. And the attack on its way. Dug on out by the Pacers. Ellie Smith gets it. And, oh, Macklin off the hand wrong, looking for a good kill. Yeah, she's shaking her head knowing that she wants that one back.
Yeah, she came close to making contact on that one. Just, I guess, rolled off the knuckles and spun before hitting the floor. Unfortunate by Macklin, but she'll have a chance to make up for it for sure.
Sarah Davis now gets the ball to serve. Allie Smith receives it a little awkwardly, but Thielon recovers. Julia Forster on the attack, and Forster splits the defenders and freezes them as it goes to the back line.
Just smoked that one. That one was awesome. Julia Forster put so much velocity behind that one. The Saints had no chance to make a defensive stop on that one.
Natalie Peralta serve now. Serve on its way. Picked up by Redfern. Set from Savitsky. Tasia Valmer tips it over, and the diving effort of Peralta and Forster couldn't catch up. Another reason why Taylor Valmer is so feared.
Yeah, Tasia Valmer, she's just excellent. Like we've said it 1,000 times, we'll say it 1,000 more. Excellent two-way player, but her offense might just be a little bit better than her defense. She's a fun player to watch.
And Savitsky's serve on its way. Pacers pick it up. Set on up from Thielon. Hines shovels it over. Set from Savitsky. The attack on its way off the blockers. Allie Smith recovers it. Thielon sets it up. Allie Smith on the attack. A soft attack, but Flagler right there to pick it up. Valmer attacks off the blockers. Dug on out. Thielon sets up now. Julia Forster attacks through the blockers and down for the kill.
Excellent job by Forster. She didn't really place that one that well, but it was just hit hard enough to where the Saints couldn't corral it. Excellent job by Forster.
Any point's a good point, and that will give it to Kayla Duggan to serve. Serve on its way, just nicks the top of the net but kept alive. Sent over and downed on the Pacers' side. That's a point for Flagler.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an odd one. I'm not sure what happened on that play. Hines got it back over with her hand and then right back over by the Saints.
I think Pacers were looking for an illegal attack call there, but they're not going to get it. Saints get the ball. It's 20-19 now with Valmer serving. Peralta receives. Thielon just taps it over. Kept alive. Hines trying to slam it, but Valmer right there for that great defensive play to keep the point alive. Peralta with the dig. Thielon again looking to beat Valmer. Valmer's not having any of it. Set back up. The attack from Redfern, and Flagler steals a point away from the Pacers.
Man, I just cannot explain how exciting Tasia Valmer is to watch, man. She is so talented. Her defense is absolutely phenomenal. Such a great player.
She had no business getting 2 of those, and yet she did. That's just incredible.
And made it look easy as well. That's the thing.
Thielon sets up for Allie Smith, and Smith just couldn't handle it right. Drifted a little too far for her, and it's going to end up being out, and Flagler has just taken the lead late in this set.
Yeah, and an interesting point. Coach Cox mentioned in his pregame ceremony that he was happy to see Valmer and Sarah Davis graduating, and it's easy to see why, you know.
Set from Thielen. Hines on the attack. Valmer right there to pick it up. Set on up the attack. Dug out by Duggan. Thielen putting it for Valmer, but Valmer again covering so much ground to stop it. Attack from Redfern, kept alive on the dig. Thielen with the set. Allie Smith on the attack, and it's going to sail out, and it is a point for Flagler. They just can't seem to beat Tasia Valmer back there.
You know, it's funny, there is no real back row. It's just Tasia Valmer patrolling from just antenna to antenna. She's got that entire back area covered by herself. She is such a fantastic defender. It's got to be frustrating for the Pacer offense to try and hit against that.
And another timeout coming up, and we'd like to thank Aiken Flooring for sponsoring USC Aiken Athletics. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. And we are back. Flagler's taking the lead late in the first set. They now lead 22-20. Pacers trying to stop the bleeding, but they cannot solve Tasia Valmer.
Tasia Valmer, just such a good defensive player. She's just, I mean, it's almost impossible to get it down in front of her. She's just so talented at getting to everything.
Serve on its way. Pacers picking it up. Thielen have to set it up for Duggan, who hits it back deep. Valmer with the dig. Set on up by Savisky. The attack by Redfern. And that's going to hit the net, and it's going to be a point for the Pacers.
Possible momentum shifter there for the Pacers. They got to capitalize on this momentum, and they also got to find a way to hit it away from Tasia Valmer. But I think that the only problem with that is hitting it away from Tasia Valmer is going to hit it outside.
Yeah, pretty much. Rebecca Martinez with the serve. Norelli with the pickup. The attack just absolutely eats up Natalie Peralt. Kill for Jordan Taylor. And makes it 23-21 with Norelli serving.
Yeah, Taylor smoked that one. A 6'2" freshman out of Gulf Breeze, Florida, and she just smoked a shot right at Natalie Peralt. Natalie Peralt had no shot.
Peralt receives that serve. Thielen sets it up for Carroll. And Carroll shoots it out, and it is set point for Flagler. And Norelli on the serve. Duggan gets it. Allie Smith on the attack. Blockers get it. Pacers trying to dig it out. Martinez with the bump set. The attack on its way, and Duggan just ends up hitting it right into the net. And that is not how you want to finish a set if you're the Pacers.
No, they started out the set really hot, but the Saints are not a team like they've played. They've played the Saints before, obviously, but these last few games that they've played have not been teams that are the same caliber as the Saints, and that's no disrespect to those teams. It's just that these two teams are so deep and so talented that it's hard to prepare for a team like Flagler.
And you can't let up, and I think the Pacers let up a little bit after they got that lead and got to 20. They started letting up just a little bit, and that's all Flagler needed to storm back and take set number one. But we go into set number two in just a couple of minutes. Flagler leading 1-0. And welcome back. Set number 2 about ready to get underway. Marcus Johnson alongside Jordan Phillips here at the USC Aiken Convocation Center. Pacers trailing Flagler 1-0 after Flagler made a late comeback in set number 1 to take the late lead and take the set. Pacers don't seem to be too phased after that. Looking to storm back here in set number 2. Emily Thielon will serve to start things off.
Yeah, the Pacers are going to have to just kind of shake that one off, as you mentioned. They don't look too phased, which is good, but they're going to have to come out and they're going to have to play a little bit tighter than they did last set and just click a little bit better.
Redfern's attack is corralled somehow by the Pacers. Allie Smith sends her attack over, and it's a kill for Allie Smith. That's how you want to start a set.
Exactly. That's a great way for the Pacers to get things started here. Now they just have to keep the momentum up and keep driving. Just keep your foot on the gas. Do not let up.
Thielon serve on its way. Picked up by Redfern. Set from Savitsky. The attack by Sarah Davis. It sails out, and it's a point for the Pacers.
And giving up a first set is uncommon for the Pacers, but is not the end of the world. As we'll recall, they did give up set number 1 against Augusta when the Jags visited not too long ago. So the Pacers are not incapable of overcoming the odds here.
Sent on over by Thielon as Pacers had to react, and Sarah Davis ends up just putting it right into the net. And you can tell she wants that one back too, just like Macklin in the first set.
Yeah, Davis, again, as we mentioned, not a common culprit for making mistakes. Coming into this match hitting a .405 hitting percentage. That is incredible.
And the serve on its way again, and this one sails out. Good call from Tasia Valma to let it go, and Flagler gets its first point of the set. Parada back to serve. And the serve is out, and it's a point for the Pacers.
Pacers rolling, getting those points up early, but that's exactly how the first set started. You just have to make sure you don't make the same mistake twice. Once you get that big lead, don't let your foot off the gas. Keep it going.
Allie Smith serving. Norelli receives. Set on up by Savitsky. The attack from Redfern. Martinez, great dig there. Allie Smith with a bump set. Forrester looking for the kill, and Tasia Valmer can't recover it. And that's a kill for Julia Forrester. One of the rare moments we've seen Tasia Valmer not be able to pick one up.
Yeah, she's been doing excellent so far this set. 4 kills, 9 digs.
Christine Carroll looking to slam that one home, but it's dug on out and sent back over. But Redford's attack sails out, and it's another point for USC Aiken.
Just keep the foot on the gas, keep the steam going. 6-1 is good, but not good enough against this Flagler Saints team.
And it's a service ace for Allie Smith. Yeah, I don't think 24-1 is good enough against Flagler. I think they're a good enough team that they could come back in theory.
I got to agree with you on that one. This is a talented team defensively and offensively. And our viewers at home, unless you've watched the game broadcast at their stadium, you have not seen a team of this caliber this season facing the Pacers. This is going to be a gritty win.
I will counter that. I'll counter that. Tusculum looked really solid.
Tusculum was solid and they played well, but I would argue that
Flagler, I think in a head-to-head matchup, yes, Flagler is better, but Tusculum was an incredible team and it took the Pacers to 5 sets.
I'll give you that one. I'll agree with you on that one.
But we're going to take just a very short break as there's a timeout on the court. 7-1, Pacers leading in set 2. And we are back. 7-1. Pacers leading in set 2, but down 1-0 to Flagler. Allie Smith still in to serve for the Pacers. Another short serve from Smith. Davis able to pick it up, though. Set by Savitsky. Davis attacks, and she can just put that one to the floor as Allie Smith was way out of position for it.
Yeah, Smith had no chance to make that play. She did make the attempt, but just out of position.
Serve on its way from Redfern. Martinez with the dig. Tion with the set. Christine Carroll taps it over. Valmer recovers it, though, and the overpass keeps the point alive. Allie Smith for that one. Telon, Carroll, and it's blocked by Valmer and Davis. Carroll just can't seem to break through those two.
I mean, I think you might need a power tool to break between the two of those, man. Those guys are just they are a solid defensive unit up front.
Maybe a 200 mile an hour ball would break through, but I don't think 100.
I don't think so.
Redfern serve off the top of the net, but Forrester right there for it. Avery Macklin on the attack, kept alive, punched on over. Martinez picks it up. T-line with the set for Julia Forrester, who just taps it. Again, trying to get over the blockers. Valmer with the set. Attack on its way and way out. And it's another point for the Pacers.
And you might think, well, you know, why would Telon just tap it over like that? But as we said, Valmer and Davis going through them is not an option. You're going to have to get over them if you want to get a point in this match.
Exactly. Bonner's serve picked up by Norelli, set at the net, and a beautiful attack from Sarah Davis. Great set from Savitsky, great kill from Davis.
And a nice diving effort by Bonner on that play, but couldn't have expected her to be able to get to that one. That one was just
there was little chance. There was a 1% chance of getting that.
That was smoked.
And Davis will serve. Pacers pick it up. T-line with the bump set. Allie Smith attacks. Picked on up in the Flagler zone on the dig. High in the air. Set by Savitsky. Tasia Valmer attacks now. T-line with the dig. Martinez bump sets it. Avery Macklin on the attack, but she's going to put it into the net. And that is a point for Flagler.
Flagler once again chipping away at the lead, starting to climb back into it. The Pacers have got to put that foot right back on the gas and get this thing started up again.
This looks almost like a mirror of the first set. Sarah Davis serving. And it's out. Point Pacers.
Good job by Smith to lay off that one. Good discipline.
Natalie Peralt comes out. She will go back to serve. Serve inbound, picked on up. Savitsky tries to send it over, but it's blocked by Hines and Forrester. The attack will sail out, and it's another point for USC Aiken, 10-5. And we are right back where we were at set number one. And let's,
it does seem that, I believe, as I recall, I believe the exact same thing happened. Flagler battled back to 8-5. The Pacers scored 2 in a row, so.
Well, we'll see what happens. Set, Valmer attacks and puts it into the ground for another kill for Flagler. Valmer already in double digits for kills, or sorry, for digs, and probably also for kills at this point. Serve on its way from Savitsky. Martinez. Telon can't shovel it over. Another just seems like they just almost, I'm not sure what's happening, but occasionally you'll see the Pacers make a really bad error out there today, and that's allowing Flagler to march right back into these matches.
It's just not so timely mistakes by the Pacers.
They're not making a lot of them, but like you said, they're not timely. Peralt receives the serve. Allie Smith with the set. Julia Forrester with the attack. Picked on up by Savitsky. Bump set. Valmer attacks, just taps it over, but there's Forrester to get it. Telon sets it up for Allie Smith. Dug on out, though, by the Saints. Norelli bump sets it. There's the attack off the tops of the blockers, and it's going to be out. And it's another point for Flagler. They're within 2.
Flagler battling back again, even though that ball by Allie Smith was smoked into the defense. They were able to get it up and over for the kill.
Serve on its way. Peralt receives. Telon just sends it over. Flagler able to read it, though, picks it up. Valmer tries to tap it over. Hines ends up tapping it down for the kill.
Another nice kill by Hines. She just saw the gap in the defense and just gently tapped it right in there for her second kill of the match.
Now Julia Forrester will serve it. Serve on its way. Picked up by Valmer. Set from Savitsky. The attack off the blockers and downed. Allie Smith gets the solo block there. I thought
Hines might have been on that as well, but just Allie Smith that time. Either way, the Saints weren't giving up on that one. They almost got underneath that.
Valmer receives the serve. Now she's on the attack. There's Forrester, though, for the dig. Telon sets it up across for Allie Smith, but the blockers get it. Ooh, nice reaction by Forrester. Telon sets again for Smith, who punches it through the blockers for the kill.
And good defense by Julia Forrester. Not a player typically known for her defense, but that play was kept alive excellently by Forrester. Credit her for that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And she will serve it again, 13-8. Corralled, though, by Savitsky, sent on over by Valmer. Dig from Forster. Thielon sets it for Hines, looking for the back corner, but she's going to get a kill off the hands of Norelli.
And another dig for Julia Forster. She's doing excellently on defense this game.
Yeah, no complaints on this end. She wants to play a libero for a little bit. May as well give her the jersey.
Throw it on her, coach. We'll see what happens.
Set on up by Savitsky. The attack blocked at the net, kept alive and sent over. Allie Smith just sets it up. Thielon looking for that back corner, but it's picked up by Redfern. Valmer, tap attack. There it is for Martinez. Thielon with the setup for Allie Smith. Norelli right there for the dig, though. Savitsky sets it up. The attack through Hines, but it's kept alive by Smith. High into the air with the set, and Forster's attack just ends up sailing out.
Yeah, that one just put a little too much into that one, did Julia Forster.
And now Tasia Valmer back to serve. This is where the Saints really picked up a lot of points when they had Valmer serving and covering that back row. Thielon with the set. Allie Smith on the attack, and she finds the back corner for the kill.
Wow, what a kill by Smith. I didn't think that one was going to make it, but it was beautifully placed by Allie Smith. It's a nice changeup. It just dropped.
Rebecca Martinez serving. Norelli, her opponent, picks it up. Set by Savitsky, the attack by Redfern, and she finds the corner for a kill.
We can't say it enough. These two teams so close in talent level. They just, oh man, it's just a joy to be able to watch these two teams. Always a fun match.
Either one of these could represent the Southeast in the national championships, the Elite Eight. Off the top of the net, Forster got it. Thielon sets it up for Carroll, and Carroll slamming it on the line for the kill.
You know, we were talking earlier about the 100-mile-an-hour hit that it would take to break through Valmer and Davis. I think that one might have done it.
It probably would have.
That one was smoked by Carroll.
Emily Thielon serving. Norelli receives the serve, set by Savitsky, and Martinez can't come up with it as Sarah Davis answers in turn. Rachel Parada out to serve. 16-11 the score. Pacers with a 5-point lead for now. Forrester receives it. Thielon sets it for Carroll, who just ends up sending it over. Set again by Savitsky. The attack. Thielon got to it, but it's going to end up sailing way out on the dig attempt by Emily Thielon.
Solid defensive effort by Thielon, but just the way it came off of her body, you know, you can't really do much about that one if you're Emily Thielon.
Serve again from Parada. Forster receives. Thielon sets. Attack from Smith. Gets through the blockers, but Valmer's right there. Kept alive, and they're going to try for the overpass. It's successful. Martinez gets it. Thielon sets it. Avery Macklin through the blockers. Kept alive. Martinez sends it over. Norelli set from Savitsky. Davis attacks, and she's going to get through for the kill.
Man, and honestly, the Saints deserve that one. Absolutely beautiful job by them to keep that point alive and get it back over on what I thought was a sure kill from the Pacers.
And another timeout coming up from head coach Glenn Cox. Take a moment to thank Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue for being a supporter of USC Aiken Athletics. Located just off Whiskey Road, stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. It's 16-13 here in set number 2. USC Aiken with a narrow lead. And we are back. Pacers with a narrow lead, 3 points over Flagler in set 2, trailing 1-0 in set 2. Parada still there to serve. Serve on its way. Allie Smith receives. Thielon with the setup. Allie Smith now on the attack, and that gets through the blockers for the kill.
Great placement by Smith, just getting that one on top of the blockers.
Allie Smith on the serve. Norelli receives it. Set on up. The attack. Martinez tries to get the dig, but she can't pop it into the air, and it will be a kill for Carly Redfern.
Yeah, Martinez tried to get underneath that one, but Redfern just dropped it down with some power behind it. Didn't have a chance.
Serve on its way. Forrester receives. Teelon sets. Avery Macklin attacks, breaks through, but it's dug out by Norelli. Tasia Valmer on the attack. Carroll gets it off the block. Martinez bumps, sets it for Julia Forrester, who sends it in. Savitsky sets it up for Sarah Davis. Martinez ends up sending it over, keeps the point alive. Davis again. Martinez. Teelon sets. Attack from Forrester. Dug out, though, by Flagler, keeping the point going. Savitsky sets it up for Valmer through the blockers. Allie Smith with the dig. Teelon with the set. Forrester with the attack. Norelli with another good dig. Kept alive. Savitsky pops it in the air for Valmer, who puts it into the net. And it's a point for the Pacers.
Hard fought point and a good one to get for the Pacers, man. That's a huge point. And it's good for the Pacers that they were the ones to come up on the receiving end of that one.
And Bryn Bonner comes onto the court to serve. Serve on its way. Picked on up. Set by Savitsky. Valmer attacks, and that's going to beat Allie Smith on the left side for the kill.
Smith did a good job to get underneath that one, but the way it was going, the angle it hit her hand, it just couldn't keep it up in the air.
And Sarah Davis serving now. Into the net, and that's a point for the Pacers. That'll bring out Natalie Peralt to serve for USC Aiken now, 19-15. Pacers still clinging to a small lead. Set on up at the net. Valmer on the attack, and that's going to hit the back line. It went off the blockers anyway, so it was a point for Tasia Valmer and for the Flagler Saints.
Yeah, good play by Valmer. That was a beautiful breaking ball of an attack.
Back to serve, Tara Savitsky for the Flagler Saints. Serve on its way. Natalie Peralt receives it. Emily Teelon with the setup. Allie Smith with the attack. Norelli able to pick it up on the dig. Set by Savitsky. The attack again. Martinez gets a hand on it. Allie Smith keeps it in play. Martinez bumps it over with the overpass to keep the point alive. Set from Savitsky. Tasia Valmer on the attack. Natalie Peralt right there for the dig. Teelon sets it for Forrester. And it's a kill for Julia Forrester. And the Pacers get the point.
Big kill for Forrester that time. That's number 6 for her on the night. And that was another one of those points that's just, it's good that it went the Pacers' way. That's a momentum builder.
Valmer receives the serve from Forrester. Savitsky sets it up. Tasia Valmer on the attack. Off the blockers and out. That's another point for Flagler. Pacers back to 20 points. They can't let up like they did a little bit. I believe they did in the first set. I don't know. I'm not playing.
If only, right?
If only. Peralta receives the serve. Teelon sets it up for Allie Smith, who gets it off the blockers. It's kept alive, popped on up. Sent back to the Pacers' side. And Allie Smith again looking for a quick kill. Not going to happen. Attack from Redford. Martinez gets the dig there, high into the air. Allie Smith with the bump set. Julia Forrester just sends it on over. But they're going to call it a double touch for Julia Forrester.
Didn't really see that, but obviously the judge has more experience in that field than I do. And so the Saints will get the point. 2018, the Pacers are going to have to switch this momentum back to their side and soon.
Valmer on the serve. Set from Teelon. Alicia Hines tries to punch it through. Valmer picks it up to save it. Sent on over by Redfern. And it is out. Point Pacers. 21-18 now. Rebecca Martinez will serve. Valmer receives the serve. Bump set from Savitsky. Now Valmer on the attack. Not a very good attack. Allows the Pacers to set up. Martinez bump sets it for Allie Smith off the top of the net. And down. It's a kill for the Pacers.
Smoked that one, did the Pacers. And another timeout taken by the Saints as the Pacers are starting to build that lead. Exactly what they need to be doing at this point in the set.
22-18 as we go into the break. Pacers leading in set 2. And we are back. Pacers up 22-18 in set 2, trailing Flagler 1-0. Here in the second set, Rebecca Martinez still serving, trying to close it out for the Pacers. Again, can't let up. Flagler's too good.
Yeah, Flagler way too good to show any mercy. You've got to put the boot to the throat and quick.
Here comes the attack. Martinez picks it up. Thielon sets it up. Allie Smith attacks, and it's a kill for Allie Smith.
Just what the doctor ordered for Allie Smith. She has been having an excellent match. 9 kills already.
Another serve from Martinez. Norelli receives it. Set on up. Oh, and what a kill for Jordan Taylor, who slammed it down to answer Allie Smith.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor just absolutely smoked that when she put it down with a little bit of heat behind it, which could have been just what the doctor ordered for Flagler.
And Kayla Norelli, the libero, serving. Forster receives that serve. Thielon sets it up for Christine Carroll, who taps it over. Norelli, great dig there. Set up, the attack, and Sarah Davis splitting the defenders of Rebecca Martinez and Julia Forrester to get that kill, and it's 23-20. Flagler trying to storm back.
And the Pacers have got to slam the door in quick.
Leave no room. Norelli serves, Forster receives, Thielon sets, Smith attacks, and Smith with the kill.
And now it's set point for the Pacers.
24-20. Emily Thielon back to serve. Looking for a service ace to slam the door shut. Will she get it? Serve on its way. Nope, Valmer receives it. Set up by Savitsky on the bump. The attack on its way, and Redfern puts it into the floor right in front of Thielon for the kill for another point for Flagler.
Smoked that one right in between the block of Macklin and Carroll. Just weren't quite in close enough.
And Parada will serve. Forster receives that. Thielon sets it up for Carroll, pops it over the blocker. Savitsky able to pick it up on the dig. Sent on over on the attack. Emily Thielon there to dig it out. Rebecca Martinez sets it for Allie Smith, who breaks it through the blockers and gets the kill to close out set number 2.
Excellent job by the Pacers. They did exactly what they did in set number 1, but just finished a little bit stronger. And that's exactly the kind of presence they're going to have to bring to set 3, and if they want to win it, set 4.
And we go to the break, all tied up in sets 1-1. Flagler versus the USC Aiken Pacers. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for set number 3. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that halftime entertainment that was us flailing around with the volleyball. And
we made a couple good plays. You know?
Okay, maybe.
there was a lot of maximum effort from both you and I, as well as softball team standouts Sydney Kate Murphy and Brielle Jungblatt. You know, Luke Westerberg and Mitchell Price were there too, but they were mostly getting in the way. It's okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
The two of us, the premier athletes of the group, honestly, if we're going to be honest with each other.
We are about ready to start up set number 3, all tied up 1 set apiece between the Flagler Saints and the USC Aiken Pacers. And we don't play volleyball, we just talk about it.
We like to pretend we play that we play volleyball.
That's a good way to point it. Good point.
We dabble. That's a good way.
We dabble in the sport.
We dabble.
But Caitlin Norelli will serve things up to start up set number 3 for Flagler. And it's going to be a service ace. Julia Forrester couldn't handle it. They've been serving to her all evening, trying to get her to do exactly that. That serve goes into the net, and the Pacers will tie it up with 1 point apiece after 1 service ace and 1 service error. Emily Thielon will serve. Serve on its way. Dug on out. Savitsky sets it up for Tasia Valmer. Thielon with the set. Allie Smith with the attack. Blocked into the net, and that's going to be 1 too many touches as the Pacers couldn't recover. Now Rachel Parada serving. And head coach Glenn Cox looking for some clarification there. And we're ready to play again. Serve on its way. Martinez receives the serve. Thielon with the setup for Christine Carroll, and it's hit the blockers and down, and that's a point for Flagler. Redfern and Davis pairing up for that block there. Parada serving again, and it sails out, and it's a point for the Pacers. And Allie Smith back to serve for USC Aiken. Serve on its way. Norelli received it. Irwin with the bump set. The attack from Valmer is dug on out by Allie Smith. Set up by Thielon. Christine Carroll just taps it. Norelli able to charge up and get to it. Redfern attacks now. Martinez right there for the dig. Thielon sets it up for Julia Forrester, and Forrester looked for that corner, but it sailed out, and it's a point for Flagler.
Yeah, good try by Forrester that time, but just a little bit too much behind it.
Martinez receives the serve. Thielon bump set. Julia Forrester attacks, and Valmer with a great dig there. Savitsky sets it. The attack from Redfern sails out, and it's a point for USC Aiken.
Pace is doing a good job of capitalizing on the mistakes made by the Saints, but eventually they're going to have to start churning points out themselves and start making their own. They're making their own kills.
Well, Bryn Bonner comes off the bench, and she will serve it. Irwin gets it. Savitsky tries to set it back up, but it's back onto the Pacers' side where they will set up for the attack. Avery Macklin pumps it into the blockers. Alicia Hines, though, finds the empty backcourt just out of the reach of Redfern, and that ties things up at 4-4.
Another clutch kill by Alicia Hines. Doesn't have the most on the team, isn't leading the team in many categories, but she is an absolute spark plug on offense, and she finds a way to get this team energized.
Well, Sarah Davis slams that one down. Perfect set from Savitsky, set up a perfect attack for Davis.
Doing things in her own right to to energize her offense.
And now Sarah Davis will serve. On its way, and Forrester can't corral it, and Smith can't catch up to it. That's another service ace for Flagler, and they retake that 2-point lead, 6-4. And here comes the serve. Forrester receives it. Thielon charges up to get it, and now Forrester will send it over. Dug on out, high into the air, and Flagler ends up putting it into their own net. And it's a point for the Pacers.
And again, the Pacers capitalize on a mistake, but it's time to, it's time to take charge of things. Not let them make any more mistakes. Make your own luck. You got to do it yourself eventually.
Natalie Perrault will serve. Off the top of the net, and it's a service ace for Natalie Perrault. Looked like it would just go into the net, but not that time.
Yeah, it's not exactly what I had in mind, but I'm sure both I and the Pacers will take that one to tie it up at 6.
Indeed, indeed. Perrault serving again. This one goes over cleanly.
By about an inch.
Norelli. Valmer puts it off the antenna, and that's a point for the Pacers, and they have just taken the lead, 7-6.
And now they've started to do their thing. Now they're starting to make a comeback. Now they just got to string those points together.
Perrault again just gets it over the net. Set on up by Savitsky. Valmer attacks off the blockers. Perrault able to dig it though. Thielon sets it up for Julia Forrester, who slams it down for the kill.
And Perrault will continue to serve, and I think it's to her benefit that those serves nearly skip off the top of the net the way they do. I mean, they look short, the defense relaxes, and bam, it drops right in front of you.
Another one, this one a little bit higher, sent back over to the Pacers side on the reception. Thielon sets it for Hines, and Hines just gets it off the back corner. Oh, one line judge said out, one line judge said in, but in the end, the up ref said it was in. Redfern receives the serve. Savitsky sets it up. Tasia Valmer on the attack. Smith tries to keep it in line. Julia Forrester pops it high into the air, and that one is out. And it's a kill for Tasia Valmer.
I was getting into libero mode. The ball was coming towards my computer and camera equipment there. I was about to have to make the save.
Yeah, that camera equipment, from what you said, is worth more than both of our lives combined.
It is worth more than my life will ever be worth, I can imagine.
Tara Savitsky serves it up. Pacers receive. Thielon just taps it over. Great dig by Norelli, and the point stays alive. Julia Forrester on the attack. Norelli coming up with another dig there. Hines taps it down. Another dig by Norelli, and Valmer sends it over. Pacers corral it. Thielon sets it for Hines. Off the blockers. Point keeping going. O'Hearn sets it up. Savitsky. Tasia Valmer off the blockers. Pacers get to it, though. Thielon with the setup for Julia Forrester. Norelli gets the dig there. Set on up by Savitsky. Tasia Valmer. Tap attack. Perrault able to dig it out. Set by Thielon. Forrester attacks, and it's a point for the Pacers.
Oh my goodness! I got to apologize to the folks at home. They can see us with the camera, so they see my genuine reactions. That point was absolutely insane.
That's the best point I've ever seen, bar none. That was incredible.
Oh, man, that was wild. What a point for the Pacers.
And I think it's an appropriate time for a timeout. We'll go ahead and thank a sponsor, Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, contact Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. 10-7, although it feels like it's been going on a lot longer. We're only in set number 3, tied up 1-1. And we are back, 10-7. Pacers with a 3-point lead here on Flagler in set 3, all tied up 1-1. Julia Forrester serving for the Pacers. Serve on its way, Valmer receives it. Savitsky sets it for Tasia Valmer, whose attack goes off the hands of Perrault and way out. That's a kill for Valmer and the Saints, and it's 10-8. And now Valmer will serve. Could be the turning point in the match whenever she serves because she's got that whole back row to herself. Serve on its way. Pacers receive. Thielon sets it for Hines. Off the blockers. Kept alive. Sent back over to the Pacers side, and it's right in front of Julia Forrester, who can't come up with it. And Flagler within one, now 10-9.
Yeah, Valmer is the spark plug of this Saints offense and the defense. She's got 10 kills today to go alongside 13 digs, a double-double performance. She's an excellent player. We've said it time and time and again.
Pacers receive the serve. Thielon sets it up. Allie Smith on the attack, just taps it over a little bit. Savitsky gets the dig. Norelli bumps, sets it up for Redfern. Ooh, nice dig there from Rebecca Martinez. Thielon set. Allie Smith attack. Norelli getting another good dig there, set by Redfern. Valmer comes up for the attack, and that's a kill off the hands of Julia Forrester. Tasia Valmer coming up big again.
And Valmer, as well as this Saints offense, getting fired up, and rightfully so.
10-10, all tied up. Tasia Valmer still serving. Serve on its way. Pacers receive. Set from Thielon. Alicia Hines looking for the back corner, but Valmer denies it. Savitsky sets it up. The attack. Martinez right there for it, though. Thielon set up. Allie Smith gets the attack, but it goes off the blockers. Point still active. Again, trying for the attack again off the blockers. Thielon sets it up again for Smith, who finds the back corner for the kill.
Allie Smith once again proving to be one of the premier freshmen, not only in this conference, not only in this region, but I would wager a guess this country.
That's a fair estimate right there. Definitely playing like an All-American. Martinez with a short serve. Sent back over to the Pacers side on the reception. Allie Smith attacks off the blockers, but Valmer right there to recover it. Savitsky set. Attack from Redfern. Peralt gets it. Thielon keeps it alive. Carroll sends it over. Flagler scrambles to get it, and Valmer will send it over on an overpass of her own. Peralt, Thielon, Carroll tap it, and she puts it down.
I think that would froze you a little bit.
It froze
as well.
me for a second. I expected her to go up and just slam it, but she just tapped it.
You and me both, brother. I was expecting a really fiery kill from Carroll that time, but no, she just dropped it in.
Well, if it's good for the point, I don't care how she does it. Set on up by Savitsky. The attack from O'Hearn. Pacers corral it. Sent on over by Forrester, but they're going to call that an illegal attack on the Pacers.
Yeah, you know, you and I were talking. Those first two sets were eerily similar. This one is this one's the ugly duckling, I guess. It's a pretty set, but it's been different from the first two. This one much more closely contested than the first two sets were, at least in the early stages.
Norelli serve. Christine Carroll puts it on the back line, out of the reach of Tasia Valmer for the kill.
There was that fiery kill we were expecting from Carroll earlier, and she smoked that one.
And Emily Thielon gets the ball to serve. 13-11 the score. Still anybody's match. Serve on its way. Valmer receives it. Set by Savitsky, the attack by O'Hearn off the hands of Martinez and down, and that is a kill for Flagler.
And neither team able to build a lead in this set. It's just like they're trading at this point.
It looks like the second half of the first two sets, actually.
Yeah.
And Parada will serve. Martinez receives the serve. Thielon with the setup for Christine Carroll, pops it high into the air. It just gets over. Savitsky, Norelli. Tasia Valmer attacks. Martinez gets the dig there, high into the air. Set from Thielon. Forster just taps it on over. Savitsky sets it up for Sarah Davis, and you cannot let Sarah Davis get an attack like that, Julia Forster had no chance.
Yeah, that one had a bow on it for Sarah Davis. That was a gift for her, and she made the Pacers pay on that one.
Parada serving again. Forster receives that serve. Thielon with the setup for Allie Smith off the blockers onto the Pacers side. Thielon, bump set. Attack on its way. Norelli gets the dig, and it's going to end up almost taking out one of the assistant coaches for Flagler. I think it almost took out Pete Sproles, the assistant coach. Jotting down a couple notes, got to pay attention.
Yeah, all eyes on the ball at all times, coach.
Allie Smith serving now. Received, set by Savitsky. The attack from Redfern, and she puts it down. Nothing Martinez could do about that one.
That one was launched by Redfern.
And Martinez a little slow to get up. Hobbling in just a little bit, but She seems to be okay. Just walking it off. And she'll stay in. All tied up at 14-14. Redford on the serve. Martinez receives that. Thielon sets it up. Julia Forrester attacks. Norelli gets the dig there. Nowitzki sets it up for Tasia Valmer. Allie Smith sends it high into the air. Sent back over to the Pacers side, but they're able to corral it. Martinez bump sets it. Avery Macklin on the attack. Ooh, great dig for Irwin, who got it on the redirect. Redfern sends it over on the attack. Martinez, bump set. Julia Forster attacks, and she sends it out. And it's a point for Flagler. They take the lead. Redfern serve on its way. Martinez receives it. Thielon sets it. Christine Carroll attacks. Redfern gets the dig. Savitsky with the setup. Sarah Davis attacks, and Perrault can't get it. Or not Perrault, I'm sorry, Thielon can't get it. And that is a kill for Sarah Davis. Again, coming up big there. And that will draw a timeout from head coach Glenn Cox. We're going to take a short break. Flagler up by 2 points, 16-14 in set 3. And we are back. Flagler up by 2, 16-14 in set number 3, all tied up at 1 set apiece. Redfern still serving. And it sails out, and that's a point for the Pacers. Good break there.
Yeah, good turn of the fortunes for the Pacers.
And that brings out Bryn Bonner, who will serve. Serve on its way. Received by O'Hearn. High in the air, Valmer attacks. Pace is able to dig it on out, though. Avery Macklin trying to get the kill, not going to happen. Great dig. Tipped on over. Allie Smith with the dig. Set for Avery Macklin. Norelli gets it there. Savitsky sends it on over. Forster, great dig there for her. Alicia Hines tries to get it off. Great block by Sarah Davis. Forster just tips it, and that's going to result in a kill.
Good play by Julia Forster. Saw that hole and just dropped it in. No need to be crazy.
And she saw Sarah Davis doing some excellent blocking, and that time she figured, well, if I can't beat her, go around her.
Exactly.
Bonner serving again, and she puts it into the net. And that gives Flagler the ball and the lead. So Victoria Bowerson comes in. And she serves it up. Received by Smith. Thielon sets it up for Julia Forrester. Breaks through the blockers, and that's going to be a kill for Julia Forrester. Looks like Savitsky ended up tripping over the feet of Jordan Taylor, which threw everything off.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened there. Unfortunate break for the Saints, but the Pacers will take it as we're coming to the closing parts of this set. 17 all. The Pacers need all the help they can get.
Indeed, indeed. Natalie Perrault serving. Gets it over. Set from Savitsky. Deja Valmer on the attack. Allie Smith gets it. Thielon shovels it over, looking for that campfire kill. Not going to get it, though. Savitsky sets. The attack breaks through the blockers, and that's going to be a kill for Jordan Taylor. And Tara Savitsky goes back to serve. 1 point lead for Flagler. Peralt receives. Thielon sets the attack from Forrester. Nobody there to pick it up on the dig from Norelli, and that's a kill for Forrester and a point for the Pacers.
Yeah, the Saints being a little bit too unselfish there. Nobody wanted to claim it, and that bites them in the rear end. Point Pacers.
Serve on its way from Forrester. Set up by Savitsky. The attack from Taylor. Peralt able to get it on the redirect. Set from Thielon. Allie Smith attacks and just out looking for that back line.
Nice try there by Smith. She put a little too much power into it. Just didn't quite drop it where she wanted.
Not a bad idea, but it gives Flagler the lead in the ball back with Valmer serving. Recipe for disaster if you're the Pacers. Recipe for success if you're Flagler. Thielon having to recover that one and sent on over by the overpass. Attack from Taylor. Martinez there for it, though. Thielon sets it up for Licia Hines. Back on over on the blockers. Set. Allie Smith attacks off the blockers and down, and that's a kill for Allie Smith, and it's 19-19.
This set, as we mentioned before, way more back and forth throughout. The first two sets were back and forth at the second half, but this one has been really closely contested all set long.
Short serve from Martinez, picked up by Norelli. The attack on its way, and the Pacers can't handle it. That's a kill for Flagler. I'm going to go out on a limb and say whoever wins this set may take the match. The way the set is going, it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, this is a character-building set for sure. Both teams not willing to give an inch.
Norelli serving with the lead. Forrester receives that serve. Emily Thielon sets it. Allie Smith attacks, and the blockers put it down. Nobody there to recover. And Flagler has that 2-point lead, that ever-precious 2-point lead. And it draws a timeout from head coach Glenn Cox. And before we go to the timeout, I'd like to thank Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, located off of Whiskey Road and run by USC Aiken alumni. Stop into Tyler's Tire and Auto for all your vehicular needs. And we are back. Set number 3 is a close one. Flagler with a 21-19 lead over the Pacers. 1 set to 1 set in set 3. Kayla Norelli still serving for Flagler. Serve on its way. Peralt receives. Thielon sets. Allie Smith attacks, and the blockers coming up big again. Sarah Davis and Caddy O'Hearn.
That one just crushed by the blockers of Flagler. And that's a deflating block for the Pacers, man. That just kills any momentum you had. That was a huge play by the Saints.
Back-to-back big blocks from Flagler. Pacers having trouble all night trying to break through. Thielon sets it for Carroll, and again the blockers just slammed the door shut.
That hurts if you're the Pacers. 3 blocks in a row from the Saints. My goodness.
Pacers need to find a way either through the block or around it, and I'd say around it because going through it is not working right now.
Yeah, going through it has not been an option all match long. They're going to have to fix things quick.
Serve on its way, Duggan receives. Thielon sets, Allie Smith attacks. This time she gets it through the blockers, but Flagler able to corral it. Valmer sends it on over. Peralt, Thielon, Abago coming in and puts the attack down. High into the air, sent back over to the Pacers' side. Dug on out by Martinez. Abago putting it over, and she gets it through the blockers for the kill.
And this is something we've seen before. If either Hines or Carroll aren't getting things done, Coach Cox will go to Okene Abago, who comes in and provides a nice spark for the offense, and that's what he's hoping is going to happen here late in this set, and that's exactly what the Pacers need here. Pacers
really need to string the points together now. Attack on its way, and that's going to beat Emily Telon on the right side, and it is set point for Flagler, 24-20. Rachel Parada serving now. Serve on its way. Telon sets. Abago attacks, and she puts it into the net. And that is the set. Flagler wins it 25-20 to take a 2-1 lead after set number 3. We go into set number 4. Pacers trailing by 1. And welcome back. Set number 4 about to get underway. Flagler leading the Pacers 2-1.
The Pacers need a big spark on things. You got to get out and get a good start to this set. So that's what they're going to require. They need a big, fast start.
5 or 6 points to start off the set is going to be crucial if they can just go on a 5-point run.
Yeah, get
on.
Momentum on your side early. That's what it's really all about right now. Whether it's off of big kills or big blocks, you got to get momentum on your side early here.
Emily Telon serves, and it goes out. That is not the way to start.
No, certainly not, but still plenty of time to make this quick start happen. You just got to get back on the things on the defensive side of the ball.
So Parada comes out to serve. Early 1-0 lead. Serve on its way. Duggan receives. Set by Telon. Allie Smith attacks. Tasia Valmer right there for it. Set at the net. The attack by Davis is dug out by Duggan. High bump set. Allie Smith attacks, and it's a kill for Allie Smith.
And just like that, the Pacers have another chance. Basically hit the reset button, retie it here. and get off to that hot start we were mentioning.
Allie Smith to serve now. Serve on its way, a short one, Norelli gets it. Sent back over to the Pacers' side. Nobody touched it for Flagler, and the Pacers just weren't ready for it. Flagler retakes the serve. Serve on its way, Martinez. Teelon sets for Avery Macklin, and the blockers again coming up. Valmer and Davis just denying any open space.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they just take up so much space. They're so tall, and their arms are so long. It's hard to get anything through or over them.
Teelon sets it for Abago, who taps it over, trying to find any way around the blockers. Attack on its way from Valmer. Pacers dig it out. Set from Martinez. Julia Forrester attacks, and it's a kill for Julia Forrester as Tasia Valmer couldn't handle it. And Bryn Bonner out to serve now. Pacers down 1-3-2. And it's out. Service error for Bryn Bonner gives the Saints the ball again. Sarah Davis serves it. Received by Forrester. Teelon sets it for Alicia Hines, and Hines sends it out. It's another point for Flagler. Not the way you want to start the set for the Pacers.
No, definitely not, but thankfully still plenty of time for them to build some momentum up and get things back on their side.
And Sarah Davis serving. Serve is out. Point for the Pacers.
And that's what they need to do, just let the other team make some mistakes and get back into it, and then start piecing together things on the fly. You got to make your own offense, get creative with the ball.
Peralt serving now. Picked on up by Flagler, set by Savitsky. The attack from Valmer. Dug on out by Martinez. Teelon sets it up for Julia Forrester, who gets it off the blockers. Dug on out, high into the air. Savitsky sets for Valmer. Martinez digs it. Hines can't handle it, and it's another point for Flagler. Savitsky serves. Peralt receives the serve. Teelon with the setup. Julia Forrester attacks, but it hits the antenna. And that's a point for Flagler. Savitsky's serve on its way. Peralt receives that. Teelon sets it up for Alicia Hines, and Alicia Hines comes up with the kill.
That's a clutch kill by Alicia Hines. A really good time on that one for things to start going the Pacers' way. You just got to get those kind of points, make the plays, and things will start going your way. And it's good to get that way now before it's too late.
And Kayla Duggan comes out. She serves it. Valmer received it. Attack on its way from Jordan Taylor. Pacers corral it. Allie Smith on the attack, breaks it off the blockers' tips. Norelli sets it up. There's the attack. Peralt gets the dig. Duggan right there for it, and overpass on its way from Martinez to keep the point going. Norelli set from Savitsky. Valmer attacks off the blockers, and Peralt can't handle that one. And it's another kill for Flagler. Serve on its way, and it's out from the service error for Tasia Valmer.
Yeah, good court awareness by Peralt that time. She knew how close she was to the back line and just zipped right out of the way of that one and let it sail out.
So 8-5 now the score with Rebecca Martinez serving. Valmer receives that serve. Set on up, the attack blocked by Okene Abago.
Oh, man, that was a huge block from Abago. That had some force behind it. That may have been exactly what the Pacers needed to get some life back in them and get some momentum back in this fourth set.
And it certainly sparked the bench.
And the broadcast booth as well.
Norelli receives that one. The attack on its way, dug out by Duggan. Set from Teelon. The attack by Allie Smith gets through the blockers, and the Pacers are within one.
The Pacers are starting to have some life now. And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier with Opago. She provides that spark, especially on a big play like that.
Serve on its way. Norelli receives. Set by Savitsky. The attack blocked, but it goes out. Pacers almost coming up with another big block there.
So close on that one where Telon and Opago just about an inch to the right.
So Norelli will serve. 9-7 Flagler leading in set 4. 2-1 in sets. Peralt receives the serve. Telon sets it. Duggan will go with the attack, but it is out by a good margin. And it's another point for Flagler.
Pacers just have to settle things down here. Just remember, you're close. You're only down 3. Just battle back, make the right plays.
Serve on its way. Peralt, Telon. Allie Smith taps it and gets it over for the kill.
And there it is. I mean, you see that? You don't have to make the crazy play. You make the easy play. If you see a wide open spot, just drop it right in there, get the quick point, and move on. That's an excellent job by Allie Smith.
Telon serving. On its way, Valma receives it. Savitsky sets it on up. Here's the attack, and that's going to hit the line. Good kill there by Redford.
Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. Just tapped it on the line. Nice job by Redford.
Flagler serves it up. Allie Smith receives. Telon with the set. Allie Smith now on the attack. And that's going to be a kill for Allie Smith.
Off the back row. Good job by Smith.
Allie Smith serving. Pacers trailing 11-9. Valmer receives the serve. Savitsky sets it on up. Sarah Davis attacks, and it's out, and it's a point for the Pacers.
Yeah, good job by the Pacer blockers to get out of the way of that one, and now back within 1. Just keep playing the way you've been playing these last couple of points, chain them together, and get the lead back.
Serve inbound. Set by Savitsky. The attack from Redfern, and that's out. No Pacer touched it, and it's another point for the USC Aiken Pacers, and they have tied it 11-11.
Another great job by the Pacer defense to get out of the way. Excellent control of the body. I thought that was going to hit a defender for sure.
There Davis sets it. The attack on the way. Telon got a nice dig there. Martinez, Forrester off the tops of the blockers, kept alive though. Attack on its way through the blockers, kept alive and sent over by Telon. That was a lucky break there for the Pacers, and Redfern puts it into her own net. Pacers come away with a steal.
How in the world did Emily Telon get to that?
That was luck. That was sheer dumb luck. But if you ask her, I'm sure she'll say it was skill.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I'm of the mind to give it to her. I mean, goodness gracious, she absolutely dove farther than anybody I've seen on the volleyball court and just hit it in such a way that it went over perfectly. I can't believe that happened.
Valmer receives the serve. Savitsky sets it up. Valmer attacks off the tops of the blockers. Allie Smith keeps it alive, and it's tapped down. Abago tried to shovel it over, but Sarah Davis denied it. And we are once again tied up 12-12.
Yeah, it's not can't really blame Abago that time. I mean, she did her best, but Davis was in way better position, and the service error gives the point back to the Pacers. And as I like to say, the volleyball gods give it, and the volleyball gods take it away.
That they do. One of your favorite sayings, one of my favorite sayings.
You're welcome.
For volleyball. I've said it a couple times in Augusta.
You are welcome.
Bonner serves it up. Norelli receives the serve. Savitsky sets it. Tasia Valmer attacks, and that's going to be a kill as it goes through the blockers. I do give you credit, though, when I say it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Bonner making a nice effort to get to that one, but just out of her reach.
Sarah Davis now serving for Flagler. 13-13 here in set 4. Forrester receives that serve. Telon just sends it over, looking for the quick kill. Not going to happen, though. Valmer attacks, and that one is out. Point for the Pacers.
Good job by the Pacers, but now is not the time for ticky-tack volleyball. You got to start stringing these points together. 1 point is not enough. You got to build that lead up.
5 points isn't enough. 10 points isn't enough.
You know, against a team like Flagler or USC Aiken, you are right.
Peralt serve on its way. Savitsky sends it back on in. Redfern somehow gets it over, but Telon was able to recover in time. Forrester's attack goes off a body and out. That's Julia Forrester's kill, and the Pacers have that 2-point lead, and that draws the timeout from Flagler.
Oh, man. Well, I can't even talk right now. This volleyball match is just so intense. It's so much fun. I'm enjoying myself so much watching this match, no matter what happens at the end of this set.
It lives up to the hype, and we'll be back after a short break. 15-13, USC Aiken leads in set 4. And we are back. This match as advertised, 15-13. Pacers with a narrow lead here in set 4. They're down 2-1 to Flagler, however. Natalie Peralt with the serve. On its way, and it's out. Point Flagler.
Costly mistake that time by the Pacers, but not the end of the world. You just got to get right back to the way you were playing earlier. Just make those plays. Solid defense. Even more crisp offense.
Serve coming from Tara Savitsky now. Peralt receives it. It's a low reception, and the Pacers are unable to corral it. And it's a service ace to tie things up, 15-15.
It's a good effort by Peralt to keep it airborne. Unfortunately, just not airborne enough for Hines to get under to lift it any.
Serve on its way. Peralt receives. Telon sets. Here comes the attack from Forster, and the blocker's coming up again. Pacers having trouble, still trying to solve it, and Flagler retakes the lead.
Yeah, that Flagler block is just monstrous. I mean, the front row for this Saints team is just so dominant.
Serve on the way. Peralt receives that. Telon sets. Hines attacks, and she finds the back corner for the kill.
The defense bit on it, rushed forward, and Hines crushed it into the back corner. Great job by Alicia Hines to fake out the defense and retie this ball game.
That brings out Kayla Duggan to serve. Serve on its way. Morelli receives. Set. Valmer attacks. Duggan manages to dig it out. Martinez rushes up to get it, and Peralt will just go with the overpass to keep the point alive. Set on up. Valmer attacks off the blockers. Peralt makes a nice save there. Attack from Allie Smith. Norelli gets the dig. Set. Attack. Blocked and down. Point for the Pacers.
Oh, man, what a block by Hines and Smith. That was awesome.
That was an excellent job there by the Pacers. Hines and Smith gets the point, retakes the lead, 17-16. Duggan still serving. On its way, Norelli receives. Set up by Savitsky. The attack gets through the blockers this time, and Flagler gets the point to tie it up again.
Oh, man, and credit to Flagler just punching it through. That block that we just saw is pretty dominant in its own right of the Pacers. Excellent job by the Saints offense to get it through.
Deja Valmer serving. On its way, Duggan. Telon. Smith kept alive high in the air, and the Pacers let it drop, and it's a point for the Pacers.
Another good job by the Pacers to show that court awareness. They saw it heading towards the sidelines, waited for it, and they knew to make the play.
Rebecca Martinez gets the ball to serve. 1 point lead for the Pacers, trying to extend it. On the way, Valmer receives. Set from Savitsky. The attack from Redfern. Martinez gets a nice dig there. Set by Telon. Attack from Natalie Peralt. Tasia Valmer right there for it, though. Savitsky set, tapped on over. Martinez right there for it, though. Telon. Now Allie Smith on the attack. Nice dig there by Norelli. Keeps the point alive. High into the air. Attack. Redfern. Tap back over by the Pacers, but Valmer puts it in the air to keep it alive. And it sails out, and it's a point for the Pacers.
Oh, man, these points are just so nerve-wracking. It's like you can just feel the tension in the air. It's such a fun match, such a great match to call.
Serve on the way, off the top of the net. Norelli receives, set by Savitsky. The attack hits the back corner. That's a kill for Flagler. Carly Redfern getting the kill credit. And Kayla Norelli serving now.
You know, one thing that's interesting, you know, you and I were talking about this Saints team, talking about Sarah Davis and Tasia Valmer and Tara Savitsky. You know, we kind of forgot about Kayla Norelli, the libero. She's been doing fantastic tonight for the Saints.
Great defensive plays from Norelli indeed. Allie Smith attacks, and there's one right there. But they're going to blow the play dead. It's a point for the Pacers. Net violation, the call.
Yeah, they're going to call that net violation on Sarah Davis. But, yeah, Norelli has just been fantastic for the Saints this match.
20-18, Pacers up. Emily Thielon serves. Valmer right there for it. Savitsky sets. Here's the attack right through the blockers, but Duggan is there. Set from Thielon. Allie Smith attacks, pops it over the blockers. Valmer, though, gets it on the dig. Set from Savitsky. The attack on its way, and that hits the line. That's a kill for Flagler.
Endpoint accuracy. Credit that one to Redfern. She's having a nice match of her own with 15 kills.
Flagler will serve it now. 1 point separates these two. Short one. Duggan manages to get over to it, but sends it right back over to the Flagler side. Attack on its way. Martinez right there for it, though. Thielon sets it. Avery Macklin just taps it over the blockers. It's kept alive by Savitsky. High into the air. Redfern attacks off the blockers and out. And Flagler ties it on up, 20-20.
Yeah, Macklin frustrated on that one, but it was a good job by her to get to it. It just came off of her hands wrong, unfortunately, for the Pacers, and a timeout will be taken by the Pacers.
We will go to the break, all tied at 20-20. Pacers down 2-1, though. And we are back, all tied up, 20 points apiece. Rachel Parada still serving for Flagler. Trying to close this set out. Pacers trying to extend it to a fifth. Duggan receives the serve. Thielon sets for Allie Smith, and Allie Smith coming up with the kill.
Big kill by Smith that time, a big momentum shifter for the Pacers. They're going to have to do that again. They're going to have to string these points together. You cannot take a 1-point lead and expect to, you know, just trade points all the way to 25. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Short serve from Allie Smith. Valmer gets to it. Here's the attack by Davis, and that breaks through the blockers. And that's a point for Flagler. Can't let Sarah Davis get a kill like that.
Oh, no. Yeah, well, it's hard to stop her, unfortunately, for the Pacers.
Serve on the way from Redfern. Martinez gets it. Thielon sets for Abago, and Abago comes up with the kill.
Abago just drilled that one to the back corner off a blocker. Great job by Abago. She has come off the bench today and just absolutely did it. She did exactly what we said she needed to do. She provided that spark that Christine Carroll just unfortunately wasn't able to have tonight, and she's been a big, big factor for the Pacers in this match.
Bonner serving. Received. Set by Savitsky. The attack from Valmer, and that's going to beat Allie Smith on the left side. Sarah Davis in the back end to serve. 22-22. Forrester receives that one. Martinez, bump set. Forrester attacks, taps it over the blockers, kept alive on the Flagler end. Valmer attacks, and Valmer slams it down. And they have taken the lead now, 23-22.
Tasia Valmer like a heat-seeking missile. She came out of nowhere. I didn't even see her coming towards the ball. And then all of a sudden she was right there and just drilled it into the court.
And Sarah Davis serving again. Forster receives, Telon sets. Avery Macklin attacks, gets to the blocker, sent back over to the Pacers side. Allie Smith recovers it. Telon just sending it over with the overpass. Flagler setting up for the attack. Valmer off the blockers and down!
Huge block from Macklin and Hines to tie things up at 23. The Pacers haven't been getting as many blocks, it seems, as the Saints tonight, but when they are getting them at the exact right moment.
And Avery Macklin will serve it now. Serve on its way. Norelli receives it. High into the air, deep in the end. Valmer just sends it over. Martinez, Telon sets. Forster attacks. Valmer tries to keep it alive. Norelli pops it into the air now. Redfern just sending it on over. Allie Smith right there for it. Telon with the set. Forster attacks. Kept alive through the blockers. Set, Savitsky. Valmer attacks. Allie Smith can't catch up to it, and Flagler has match point.
Oh, man, what an unfortunate break for the Pacers. It's match point for the Saints.
And Coach Cox is trying to call for a timeout now, and he'll finally get the call. It is match point for Flagler, 24-23. We'll see what happens after the break. Allie Smith, Emily Telon, Alicia Hines attacks. Redfern gets it. Set on up, Tasia Valmer attacks, and it's out! Nobody touched it for the Pacers. No, they're saying the Pacers touched it, and that will do it. The Pacers are just arguing it as best they can. They're saying Allie Smith touched it, and she did not touch it. She did not touch it, and they are going to give it to Flagler, and that is not the way you want a match like this to end on a controversial call like that.
Yeah, that was a, oh man, I can't believe that. That is terrible.
And the officials make a beeline for the door.
Yeah,
I do not blame them at all.
Out of here, man. Oh man, and of course no implications of any, foul play or anything like that, but that was just a terrible call by the officials in a terrible way. Still, all congratulations to Flagler. They deserved the victory. They played their hearts out, and they absolutely deserve to get the victory here. But to have it come on a call like that, that's questionable at best, is a little bit difficult to accept.
Well, that will do it here from the Convocation Center. The Pacers drop their first home match, and the win streak ends at 21. They're now 21-3 overall with a 7-1 conference record versus Flagler's now 6-1 conference record. But we'll be back in action on Halloween when the Pacers take on the Patriots of Francis Marion. Hope you stick around for that one, but we are done here. I'm Marcus Johnson, and for Jordan Phillips, thank you, and have a good one.